Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Winter is almost done. I know it's April, but in Norway it is still snowing. So before we change back to those spring and summery clothes, let's talk about winter clothes before I pack them away. So let's talk about what I've been wearing for the past few months. Firstly, everyone knows that you have to dress like an onion because outside it is freezing, but indoor, for example in a bus, it could be really warm, so you have to be prepared that you would need to take off your layers. So firstly, let's talk about base layer. I have two sets of wool base layer. I think they're both Norwegian brands or at least Scandinavian brands. I also have something very similar from Hong Kong. We call them heat tag. They're not wool, but they have this fuzzy inner lining that helps keeping you warm. So this is what my black wool base layer looks like. My husband got this for me as a gift when I first came to Norway because he's afraid that I'm going to freeze to death here. I really like the pattern, and as you can see, it is quite fitting. It is the base layer after all, so it can't be too big. It only keeps you warm when it fits. Next, on top of the base layer, I usually wear a sweater or a hoodie. Here I'm putting on a wool sweater that I thrifted in Iceland. I always feel like this kind of patterns really fits the winter vibe. This sweater keeps me really warm and is so soft. It stretches really well and is amazing. I wear this all the time. For bottoms, I usually choose something quite loose, and I really like it when it has pocket. I also prefer something like a straight leg pants or a flare bottomed. This one is the black corduroy straight leg pants, and I really like it because it is really comfy and gives me tons of room. I don't like anything that's too tight. I think it's really weird to have another tight layer over my already tight fitting base layer. To keep yourself warm, don't forget to tuck in your wool layer into your pants. That's also why I don't like it when my pants are tight. How am I supposed to tuck in more layers of clothes if it is really tight? So here you go, the first one of my go-to outfits. And of course, if it is not really cold, then you can just skip the base layer. And when you go indoors, for example, a shopping mall or on a bus, on T-Bahn, and it gets warm, it is very common to just take off your wool sweater and just walk around in your wool base layer. When it is really cold, you can never wear too much wool, so I will also wear wool socks. And here is when I change out the sweater and wear a hoodie instead. Next on my list of to-go outfits is to wear turtlenecks. I have a few different black turtleneck or high neck tops. I wear them quite often because my work requires me to wear black tops, so I wear black all the time, almost every day. And I also pair it with a black bottom. Yes, I'm quite boring in winter, but this material is really soft. I loved it, and it is like I want to squeeze it all the time. The only problem is that this pant doesn't have any pockets. That's because I bought these pants in Norway from the kids section. I really wanted new pants at that time, but everything in the adult section is just too long for me, and for some reason kids just don't have pockets. A lot of the time I put on a vest over my black top to spice things up a little bit. I think these kind of vests are quite trendy now. I also have a few of these, so I can change things up and mix and match. And they also keep you warm, so now I'm wearing 3 layers. Literally start sweating in my own bathroom, but it is great for the outside. And here is another vest that I have. Okay, let me also show you the other high neck top that I have. I really like this one. I love the ruffle details on the sleeves and on the neck. It makes me feel really polished. And also, let's try with the vest. When I go outside, I always wear a scarf. And of course, I will need a big winter jacket as well. I only have this one though, so it's not so white anymore. It gets a little bit dirty. But I'm planning to get new jackets maybe next winter. For days that are not extremely cold, I'm sometimes too lazy to wear a base layer. But I have this really thick pants that has a fluffy inner lining, so it keeps me really warm without a base layer as well. And I often pair this pants with the turtleneck and vest combo as well. I don't actually have a lot of variation in my winter wardrobe, so I wear very similar outfits. And then I can put on a different scarf, put on the same red jacket, and then I can go out. Oh yeah, and if it's really cold outside, then of course I will have gloves as well. Sometimes if I know I'm going to be indoors for a long time, then I'll wear a short sleeves with a sweater over it. For example, some shopping malls are just very warm. They use lots of heating, so it is smart to have a thin layer or a short sleeve at the bottom, so you're not gonna sweat a river and you can just take off your sweater. I love this sweater so much because it is super soft. I also really like the sleeves. It is like a puff sleeve and it gives me this kind of like vintage vibe, and I really like it. And of course, on days that are really cold, you can't really think about fashion that much. You just need to keep warm. So I just wear as much layers of wool as possible. I have this cashmere sweater that is super soft, and then I wear a cashmere cardigan on top of it. It might not look the best, but it's really warm. And then on top of it, I can have a wool sweater, and counting the base layer, I already have 4 layers of wool. Like this green sweater as well, it keeps me really warm and it is loose fit, so you can't really tell that I have 3 more layers of wool underneath. And as long as I don't take off the sweater, it still looks really cute. So there you have it, what I've been wearing this winter living in Oslo. I will say that my first year living here is quite successful. I hope you enjoyed this video. It might not be the most fancy or fashionable outfits, but definitely realistic. So I hope this video is helpful for you. Please give this a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!